Hi there, I'm Tom and welcome to a Newb Improves, quite possibly the most optimistically named series on YouTube. Today we are back playing Dota 2 and continuing on with our A to Z challenge with the Legion Commander. Now this is the first public game of Legion I've played. I've played a couple of bot games just to get used to it, but the bot games aren't a good option for Legion Commander because the bots always go round as a group. So the other team was all grouped up as a 5 and my team was all grouped up as a 4, and I couldn't really get this single pickoffs that I needed. And this game isn't going to go so well, largely because almost the entire team is carries. Almost the entirety of both teams are carries, and that doesn't really help me out all that much. But also because I'm solo queuing, I've got Talvin coaching of course, but because I'm solo queuing, there's no communication, there's no I don't really mean to say respect, but there's no real cooperation between anyone. And you can see me here, I'm messing up this block. It's not as bad as I remember it, but I haven't let the range group go fast, I let someone else go fast, and about here I just lose the block completely. Okay, so no communication and no cooperation. As you can see here, there's an Arcer in my lane and there's a Bounty in my lane. I'm going to get 0 farm. And there's no one mid. Against the sniper, there's no one mid. So the only thing I can do is waste 100 gold and go mid myself. And that's what I do. So now I'm playing against sniper. I'm really no good laning against sniper because I just have no real idea how to counter him. But I'm just going to harass him, basically. I'm going to harass him as well as I can and see exactly what I can do. Now, there's a tiny. And it seems like he wants to farm the lane. Like, seriously, I just spent 100 gold to TP down here, and he wants to farm the lane. No. If you wanted middle, you should have gone to middle straight away. I can kind of get last hits easier than he can, so it looks like he's just going to go off to bottom and try and make something happen on that. I don't know why. He should be top, I guess, so that the tower's a bit more defended. But either way, I'm just going to try my best here to get some last hits. I do have some skills which makes it slightly easier, I should say, and I am really doing a bad job here. I'm just standing still for the sniper to punch me. Okay, so fast skill, overwhelming odds. Basically, does a certain amount of base damage, and then it does extra damage depending on how many creeps and heroes are caught in it. I'm standing still again. I didn't realise I was doing that so much during the game. So overwhelming odds is great for farming waves and great for harassing the sniper if he's standing near enough a wave. Next we have press the attack. It gives me bonus attack speed and bonus regen for 5 seconds, and it removes debuffs and disables. I can apply this to myself or to a friendly unit, but I don't think I ever use it on a friendly unit because I think this match it's more useful to myself. And there we go, I'm just going to harass him a bit. Got him down to half-life, which for a tiny is much more serious than for a Legion Commander because he's much squishier. But now I'm completely out of mana and he's just going to punch me. The third skill I have is Moment of Courage. It gives me a chance to attack again with bonus lifesteal when I get attacked. It's got 22% chance to proc, so that's roughly 1 in 5 when you level it all the way up, and it does up to 80% lifesteal. So this is really great. It works well with your ultimate, and it's also great for jungling. And the ultimate is duel. Basically, you force someone to fight you. You can't use items or abilities, either of you. And if you die during the duel, they get bonus damage, and if they die during the duel, then you get bonus damage. If neither of you die, then no one gets bonus damage. But this makes Legion Commander a very snowballing hero. Very much a snowballing hero. Because if you play well and you win a lot of duels, you get hundreds and hundreds of bonus damage. And it is like you bought a Divine Rapier, but you don't have any of the risk or cost associated with that. If you play very poorly, then it ends up that your enemy carries will get the bonus damage, or their supports will, but assuming you're dueling carries, their enemy carries will get lots of bonus damage and they will get stronger and it'll be harder to win against them. So that is a huge risk that you take when playing Legion Commander. You've got to know that when you duel, you're going to win it, and it's not just you who can attack. Your allies can attack, and their allies can attack, and they can use abilities and items as normal. So you've got to really rely on your team to back you up, and you've got to be really aware of your positioning and the enemy team's positioning, which I did not know he could actually see me there. I need to get out of here fairly quickly. Yeah, I didn't realise he was peppering me with shots from the low ground there. Luckily I did bring a salve on the courier. You know, I don't think the courier actually gets upgraded this whole game. It took long enough for us to actually get a courier. But yeah, I've eaten all the trees here, so he can see me quite well. And I'm just going to check a rune and see if I can get something there, even though I know he's going to be punching the tower. There's nothing I can do to stop him. Looks like Tiny is back at top and they're pushing it fairly hard, so that's pretty good. I am really behind on farm now. I have been practicing in bot lobbies, trying to get my farm up, and I was getting large amounts of farm, sort of around 50 every 10 minutes, 50 creep score every 10 minutes, plus denies. And now it's coming up for 7.5 minutes, so 3/4 of the way there, and I've got 10, which is like a fifth of what I should have right now. And that's mainly because I don't know how to deal with Sniper using a melee hero. It's much easier for him to hit me than it is for me to hit him, and that's just how it goes sometimes. And I'm just going to use overwhelming odds there to get a couple of last hits. I've got a bottle queued up, but at this point I think it's too late for a bottle. I don't think it's going to help me enough to offset the cost, so I will switch out the item now for I'm going to go for a Maelstrom to help me farm, which will hopefully help me it will hopefully help me to catch up a bit. And now Sniper. They must have a ward up here. No, it doesn't actually look like it. Let's just swap to sniper's perspective. No, no wards. I don't know how he's getting vision. Oh, because... Yes, I forgot. He gets vision from... he gets vision from his shrapnel, so that's how he could see me. I was just on the edge of that. And he's going to try and assassinate me, despite it not doing anything, but he can do that because he has the low cooldown required to do that. Getting a couple of last hits here. It looks like he's missing slightly, and I just pinged to say that. And I'm just going to carry on getting some last hits while he's gone. Got 2 out of the 3. Well, 3 out of the 4, I think. And I wanted to punch this tower, but there wasn't really time to do so before the creep wave was gone. So all I can do, I should have blocked that creep wave really. It looks like it's in an okay position anyway. Looks like there's a fight going on top. If I was a bit more aware, I could be walking up there and trying to get a kill. Looks like the bounty managed to clean up, but we lost the tiny. I don't know. I think the ISRC was in a different fight. So I'm just going to do overwhelming odds there. I'm literally just trying to harass him as much as possible, and that's an invisibility rune. I don't know if I'm going to be doing and able to do anything with this against the tiny because the sniper, sorry, because yes, he has lifesteal. He did back off from the tower though, so I'm going to go and see if there's anything I can do bottom. It looks like the Phantom Assassin will get away though, so I've got to really just hang around here. Kind of wasted that invisibility, but it meant that sniper didn't get it, which is okay by me. Yeah, I'm just going to... I forgot to press the attack there for a while because I kept forgetting that it actually gives me a lot of regen, and activating that when I did probably saved me from the assassinate. But now I've got no option. I've got to go back to base and heal and grab my hammer. So let's just quickly check items. Slark has a poor man's shield, Tiny has literally nothing, Arsa has a poor man's shield, and Tranquil's. It's me, and the bounty is doing much better. Okay, let's go back to me because it looks like I'm on the way out. Okay, so I was going to walk down to the tower and save my gold, but then I saw that Tiny was taking the tower. So basically I wanted to scare him off a bit and keep the tower alive for a tiny bit longer. So I TP'd down and it seemed to work. I don't think I would have actually been able to fight him successfully. I do have my ultimate now, so it's possible without any of his abilities, but the duel doesn't last all that long. It is 4 seconds at the moment, and it goes up to 5.5 seconds, so it doesn't really increase that much in duration. And the bonus damage is what you really scale it for. You get 10 bonus damage at level 1 if you win, and 18 at level 3 if you win. And that's almost getting double the damage per duel. I tried to go up here and get the troll, but it looks like he got scared, so I'm just going to farm the creeps for a bit. I do have my hammer, and I am just going to farm up the other pieces. I missed one of the creeps there. Really shouldn't have done it. It was an easy enough one to do. Managed to get a deny in and a last hit there. So let's see if we can get, you know, I really messed up here. I took ages. What I wanted to do was do the standard Legion Commander combo. The way you're supposed to do it is overwhelming odds to do a bit of damage initially, then press the attack to give yourself extra attack speed and regen during the duel, and then you duel and hopefully win. But I didn't need to do that because the Bounty Hunter. Now, we got the kill there, that's okay. But we didn't get the duel, we didn't win the duel, and I didn't get the bonus damage for it. If the Bounty Hunter had been attacking as soon as I started the duel, then we would have won that within the duel, and I would have gotten the 10 bonus damage, because I haven't actually won any duels yet. So this is what I mean, this is really what I was talking about when I said there's no real cooperation when you solo queue. And also at this level, there's, like, people don't necessarily know how the heroes work or how the best way to do fights are. And so I'm pretty sure the Bounty Hunter is more experienced than anyone else on this team. So he should know that he needs to help out in these kind of fights. But I think the Bounty is just being a bit greedy this fight, or this match, and he's just looking after himself, getting himself the kills. I'm going to farm here. I've got most of my electric hammer, my Molnir, so I'm just going to get another 350 gold for the recipe, and I'll be able to farm more effectively and be more effective in duels, because I think it will proc. It will proc while I'm dueling, because it's not something I need to activate manually. It shouldn't take me too long to finish farming. Looks like there is a fight going on top, or maybe not. While I'm farming, let's just check the enemy's items. Looks like Troll is doing fairly well. PA, not too bad. Got a Helm of the Dominator and building power treads. Let's see, whereabouts. Alright, hang on, let's go back a minute. I didn't realise I'd joined into that fight. Forward a bit more. Okay, let's just go from here and we can check the rest of their items in a minute. Okay, so I saw that there was probably a fight going on here. I teleported to the top lane, and I'm basically going to run and try and get something here. I'm going to duel the Troll. I'm not going to activate any of the combo because I need to duel him before he gets out of range. And all we need to do here is punch him, and there we go, that's my fast duel one. So that's pretty good. The Luna... oh no, the Luna did not get away. Okay, so that was... I think that was really one of the better uses of duel that I had. I knew exactly what abilities I needed and what I didn't. I knew where my allies were, and everyone did what they needed to do.
This should make my life easier.
And now I have my electric hammer. And there's the Luna again. What I'm doing now, I'm kind of hanging back a bit. I want the Luna to come forward because I don't want to attack her and duel her under tower. I probably showed there. And there's a PA. Now this is one of the biggest mistakes I made in the entire match. I duelled a PA who had a double damage rune. There was no way I was going to win that. I don't know whether I could have escaped that fight or not, but there was no reason to give her 14 damage. And this damage is permanent, by the way. It stays throughout the entire match. Okay, since I'm dead for another few seconds, let's go back to items. There is a Dagon on the Skywrath Mage. I didn't see much of Skywrath Mage, so I never actually saw him use the Dagon. Sniper has... looks like he's building a Shadow Blade. He has Lifesteal and... bit of agility. And... okay, looks like I was going to try and go on the Luna, but... the Luna, sorry. But she ran away. And... the Luna has... very little at this point. So, I'm just going to push this lane. Just a little bit. And I'm going to build my power treads next. There's a sniper there. I'm going to see if I can get the jump on him and duel him. Yes, it looks like I'm going to be able to. And there's my team, so this is definitely going to be a win for me. And now I have enough for my power tread, so I'll get that sent on the courier. I queue up a blink here, but I will switch it out for a Shadow Blade fairly shortly. The difference between Shadow Blade and Blink is Shadow Blade will allow you to scout, and it will allow you to initiate from a longer distance, because you can go invisible and then go find someone and initiate. And I believe you also get bonus damage when you hit someone. I wanted to stack that, but I did it slightly late. I think slightly early. Sorry. I think you've got to do it at 54 seconds, not 53. So I'm going to walk up to this fight. I'm probably not going to get there in time, and it's just going to be a huge waste of my time. And yeah, so Shadow Blade gives you all of those bonuses, but it is easily countered by gem or detection, or dust, or any of those kind of things. A Blink Dagger, it gives you less range because you only get... what is the range on a Blink Dagger? 1200. You only get a range of 1200 units to initiate from, which means that, generally speaking, they need less vision to see you. As long as they're... if you're trying to get a kill in the jungle, for example, if their jungle is well warded, then they may well see you before you blink and they can run away, and that at that point your initiation is kind of a bust. But it's not counted by a gem. Like with the Shadow Blade, you've literally got to walk up to them, and if they've got a gem or detection, then that doesn't work. At this level, gem... well, it's less likely at my skill level that people will be buying detection like that. Okay, I've basically wanted to duel the Skywrath because I saw that he was alone, and I used press the attack. I didn't use overwhelming odds, and I got the bonus anyway. I now have 42 bonus damage, which is fantastic. And there is... we're probably going to lose our top tower. I don't have a TP on cooldown, otherwise I could go and fight that, but we're going to get their tier 1, and then we're just going to keep pushing and get their tier 2. By using press the attack, I can attack the tower quicker, and if I actually remember to use it. Okay, it's fortified at the moment, so as soon as that stops being fortified, I can press the attack and just punch it really quickly. There we go, finally. I think Arsenal also has an ability which gives himself quicker attacks, which could take this down quicker. But now we got the tower anyway, and I'm going to say that was a fairly good trade. The troll died for it and we didn't die for it, and we managed to take... We're now even in terms of those towers. We aren't doing so well in the other lanes. Arsa's going to take Roche, and I'm just going to check quickly. Yes, it looks like he can do it perfectly well, so I'm going to go push out middle, I guess. There is a Skywrath and a Luna coming. And what my plan was to kind of hang around here for a bit and then have the Arsa help me with the Skywrath or the Luna. But PA, I think they must... Have they got it warded? I will check after this fight, but they knew that Arsa was roshing and they very easily took care of that, so by the time I reacted I couldn't do anything to save him against the three of them. Let's just check. Does not look like they've actually got detection. I don't know how they realised he was roshing. Maybe they just walked past and heard it. I know you can do that. There is a tiny there. Not a tiny, a sniper. Why do I keep making that mistake? Looks like the bounty is... Not the bounty. Yeah, it is the bounty. We have a bounty and a Slark, and they both look fairly similar to me, so I think I'm getting a bit confused, but yeah, the bounty hunter took care of the sniper, and I'm just going to farm this wave slightly. I did switch out to the Shadow Amulet, the Shadow Blade, and I'm going to get the... If I turn around I'll have my Claymore. And there's a Skywrath, so I'm literally just going to duel him. If the Slark comes and helps, I will get this just barely. And now I'm just going to get the PA. It's unfortunate that I don't have duel up again, but I've got no mana for anything. Luckily the Slark can help me with the kill. And now we can go and attack the Luna. There is a Luna and a Troll, so we should... I will have duel up soon. I have just about enough mana for duel. I'm gonna scout out the jungle very slightly, and the Troll is right there. Didn't notice the Troll as I went past fast time, but I noticed him now, and I'm just going to duel him. And between me and the Arsa, we managed to get the kill, and I got more damage. I've got 70 damage now. Isn't that fantastic? And with my other items, I've got a total of 115 extra damage. So I'm hitting pretty hard.
Radiant structures are fortified.
What am I doing now? I am going back to base because I don't like having no mana, and
Radiant's bottom tower has
that's
fallen.
about it, I guess. Our bottom tower did go to creeps, that's a shame. We are quite behind on towers now. We have 2 tier 2s left, and... Okay, so we're only 1 tower behind, and we are really winning in the terms of the kills. I'm going to pop to middle because the bounty looks like he wants to fight the sniper. I can't see any of them on the map anymore, so I'm going to assume that they left, and I'm just going to farm the wave. There is the sniper, and I should be able to get a duel off. I kind of messed up my pathing there. I could have gotten the duel off if either the bounty had waited a second or I had been more efficient with my pathing. I can now afford my Shadow Amulet though, which will complete into the Shadow Blade. I don't know if I'm going to notice that yet. There we go, I got the tower, and there we go. I can... Oh yeah, I remember this. I don't get my shadow amulet for a while because everyone else was
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
using the courier. Let's see if we can duel. There we go. We should be able to win this one, and more damage to me. And that creep is Helm of the Dominator creep. I got confused initially until Talvin pointed out what it was, because it was just standing there and not doing anything. You know it was under control of a player, which meant it's kind of essentially vision. I don't have duel now, but I can help out with this fight. There we go. I don't know how much help I was there, but I did secure the kill, and now we can just push this wave out a bit and take the tower. Except I'm going to go to middle lane. I'm being really efficient with my time here. I'm not really achieving much. There's a sniper in the top lane, and there was a troll in the middle lane. So yeah, I wasted a huge amount of time there. And I only got one kill out of it. Well, I didn't even get that, I got one assist out of it. And the sniper's still there. But that's not doing too much damage to me, so I'm just going to keep hitting the tower. And the creeps. I need to get the tower aggro off me because it's not doing me any good. Ooh. I'm probably dead here. That time... we could have gotten that kill if Tiny had joined in with the fight. There's no doubt about it. That would have been so useful to me to get that that damage and not to give it to PA. I believe that's the only two duels I will lose. Come on, there we go. Yeah, I think it's the only two duels I will lose this game. So I didn't do too badly, but unfortunately both of the duels went to the PA. I will be building an armlet next. I won't ever use the armlet because I keep forgetting I have it, but I think it gives me lots of bonus stats anyway. Yeah, damage, attack speed, armor, and regeneration. I never toggle it, or at least if I do, then it's just accidental. But if I was a more efficient player, then I could certainly make great use of the armlet. The Tiny cancelled his TP for some reason. Don't know why. I switched to agility treads here because I thought at the time that it would make my movement speed faster, but it's only attack speed, unfortunately. So I can switch back to strength treads. I wasn't fast enough to get any of the jewels off there, unfortunately. If I could have... I jeweled the Phantom Assassin, and I'm not going to go too far. I should really press the attack now to get a bit of... Ooh. Okay, he died anyway. I'm taking a ton of tower aggro. I need to cancel that off by getting a creep, and I should be using press the attack to speed up my health. There we go. That's making me a bit more safe, but right now I'm feeling really very at risk, and I should have taken note of that and backed off, and I don't know what I could have done, but I'm not going to chase that too far. I somehow managed to get the tower aggro on me again. I don't know why I tried to go for that tower. There was no way that would do anything. And for some reason I couldn't de-aggro it in time. It's at this point that yeah, I'm dead. At least I didn't duel. And Tiny is dead as well. hopefully Arsa can get out in time.
Attack.
Arsa could probably take PA, I expect.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Looks like everyone's just going to back off. That's probably the best thing to do since the three of us are dead.
Bottom tower has fallen.
I do now have my armlet. I'll be picking it up as soon as I respawn. And I'm trying to work out what my next item is.
I'll take that.
I've got blade mail queued up. I don't think I actually buy blade mail. I think I go BKB. Yeah, Arsa should really back off now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I don't think PA could win that fight if Slark joins in, but Slark isn't going to join in, and that's one very dead hero.
You were a sacred target.
And Slark is invisible now. I don't know how long I spent there spawned but not doing anything. I was watching the fight instead of joining the fight. And they are doing Roshan. At this point, the bounty hunter is pinging the Roshan pit fairly aggressively, so I think he wants to go in and stop it. So
Roshan has fallen to the
yeah, it just fell, and I'm going to use my Shadow Blade to make sure they don't see me. Now, the bounty's there, we know they've just taken Roshan, perfect time to have a fight and cancel it out. So here we go, I'm going to join this duel the Sky Wrath, and bounty goes off and gets its own item. I really need to use, yeah, there we go, I use all my abilities, but like, look at how little health she had. If we had a bounty there, she would have just died, and then I would have been able to use my Shadow Blade to get away. Nope, he's not interested in getting a free kill on the PA. This is what I mean when I said he was being a bit greedy. He's only interested in very specific things, and apparently helping me out and getting a PA kill isn't one of them. Instead, he wants to one-shot the troll. Like, seriously, is he just AFK playing? I'm dead for another few seconds, so let's check items. Slark has Scaddy and Eagle Song. Tiny doesn't have much, although he has a lot of gold, he should spend that. Arsa has an Ultimate Orb, and Bounty Hunter doing very well with lots of shiny items. Troll has Desolator. PA has Abyssal Blade.
Don't think you're done with me.
Still a Dagon, and an Axe now on the Skywrath Mage. I don't know where I am, but I'm spawned again, so I will check the rest of the items soon. I'm still in Fountain. Okay. Right, looks like we are going to try and get a final push out here. So I'm going to join the fight as quickly as possible. Okay, now is not a good time to join the fight because the bounty died. Oh, bounty just brought back. I kind of really want to go on the troll, but I don't know where anyone else is, so I'm just going to walk up to him and see where he goes. There's too many towers there. I'm not going to go on him alone under tower. And I've got a couple of loads of elastics anyway.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I really shouldn't be here. I should be doing something else. I can go into their jungle and farm for a bit, but I'm just wasting time here. I changed the position of my Shadow Blade into the armlet so that I could toggle it easier if I remember to toggle it. But I think that's just going to confuse me for the rest of the game, and it's going to mess me up a bit. yeah, I don't really know what to be doing here. I'm kind of looking out for a duel, and unfortunately I just go far too far. I didn't get the duel off, which is lucky because they just wrecked me. Okay, I'm dead again. Let's finish checking items. Yeah. There is a Maelstrom, sorry, on the sniper, and not much more. And very little on the Luna. We are doing really well in terms of kills here. But I'm not doing brilliantly as a Legion Commander. I have got 124 extra damage. You can see how much damage you've got by the dual victory damage buff there. I was looking here, I knew that the Luna was there and I could kill her if I got there quick enough. But the Slark is about to come in and scare her off. Either scare her off or kill her. I can't remember which. Neither, because that's the end of the game. I completely forgot about that. Okay, so that is Legion Commander. I didn't do too badly considering all of the effects against me. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, don't feed the trolls.